No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. I show you what I'm doing. Now I have you here. Hello, Billy. Welcome in Amsterdam.
Yes. Fourth time in 4 years thereabouts. Yeah. It's only been 10 months since I was here last, eh?
Yeah. Billy, we know you as Billy Lights, but what's your real name?
Well, it's Anhang, A-N-H-A-N-G, Bill Anhang, and I'm man of many titles, like Man of the Year, Mouse of the Century, Stud of the Semester, Horse of Clan Randall, Spider of the Age. Various titles have encumbered me. Now I'm thinking of becoming the Canal Man. If I build a cave inside a canal, I can be a Canal Man, no? I can add it to my different titles. It's useful to have titles, you know?
You're a visual artist.
Well, I have eyesight, apparently. I see pretty good, yeah, but I speak pretty good too. I impersonate Jesus. Did I show you how I impersonate Jesus?
No, do that for me.
Well, you should come up and then see the piece where I impersonate him.
Okay.
Come on over. Wait, I better put a little bit more juice on this because the 300 millis just almost... What? You see, what I do, I cough. Sometimes I cough. People like to hear me coughing. See? So it can't be said I'm a visual artist. I'm a coughing artist. But if we shut that thing off and I show you me impersonating Jesus, now you'll see that I'm not a laughing artist.
Yes, Peter, I know. Tomorrow could go ugly and bloody and worse. I've been telling you what's meant to be will be. If it hurts you colossally, just turn away or leave until Sunday. But look out, because on Sunday I may be back. There may be a surprise. It's never been tried before out of the lab, but I trust those three, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. They are not archangels for nothing. And above all, remember what I've told you all along. You are God's children, sons in fact, just like I am. In Hebrew they call me Yossel. In Greek my name is Yesu. Don't get upset when in other languages I'm known as the witness, or the merciful Allah, or the compassionate Buddha, or Jiva, or Siva, or whatever. By the year 2000, all will realize that it's exactly the same thing.
You see, then if I can pull this plug out and put it in here, and this thing lights up, and it plays music. Well, what more do you want?
What effect do you play with paintings and...
No. The Godhead, as it's called, at its highest, is light and sound, we're told by authorities, who must know, otherwise why would they be called authorities? So I brought light and sound together from the same source. The fact that it's playing through from the back is important. Yeah. coming through directly from the speaker. At
So
the back.
you use a light source with little glass fibers, and you use chips for the sound.
LEDs for a source, but it's all electricity. I'm a big worshipper of electricity. It's its 100th year anniversary, and I'm celebrating its anniversary. Take this one, for instance. I don't know why it's not lighting up just now. Let's see if plugging it in will make any difference. No, something's been pulled out of it. No, this one packed it in for some reason. I mean, oh yeah, that's your cheap little boxes again. So you see, either light or sound is okay, but I suppose both things are images. You see, both light and sound is an image. Now God's face is an image, but His voice is rarely heard. So I'm trying to make His voice and His kind of come out in light. I'm presenting another vision of God, so He can't hide Himself, because His problem is He's too shy. So us artists have to present Him to the world in various guises. I guess that's one definition of art. Anyway, I like the pieces. You should go over there and have a look at a couple of nice ones. Instead of looking so much at me. Look at the stuff. It speaks for itself. It's my portrait. Well, here we have a Dutch piece. See? And it doesn't have sound yet, but I'll get some Dutch stuff onto it. Now here we have a good piece. I'll crank it up. There. So it's had music composed for it. And it has one flaw. One light isn't coming on. Only one though. Otherwise it's made the journey from America to Europe quite successfully. It's been transplanted. And here's a great piece. Because I find belly dancing is very spiritual. So this is a celebration of feminine spirituality with gusto. She's nice, eh? I photographed her in Heidelberg. I hope she sees it someday.
What's your inspiration apart from the Godhead?
Inspiration. It's just the word. I get up in the morning and there's nothing to do, so I do this, because if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be doing anything. I'd get old and fat. This keeps me off the street, keeps me from, thinking about food constantly, keeps me off other useless thoughts. So it's an occupation.
And you travel with it.
Yeah, I also get inspired at times when a piece, first shows itself. I get a big bang out of it. It's sort of a sexual arousal or something, an arousal. But once it's finished, some continue to do it, and others have to be told if they're okay or something. But I keep adding to it, although I keep saying I'm retiring. But actually, what this thing is the nearest thing this is the nearest thing to a proof of God. If mankind wants a better one, they better, see that I retire and someone else should take a go at it. But it's pretty good stuff. I have to be proud of myself. It's not just me. There's a guy like Glenn Lucock who's worked on the paintings, and other people have provided the frames and general patience, the wire and stuff. But I'll take 50% of the credit and spread the other 50% across the others. That's probably fair enough. Travel, yes. Well, I took a couple pieces to Washington recently. This is new, this is really new. It only came up after my last visit to Europe, that I got more intense LEDs, and I had more practice at it, and the sound just hit about Christmas, New Year, because I wanted to record the Gettysburg Address, or part of it, where
Just explain what the Gettysburg Address is.
I have to think of the words later. I'm passed out a little bit. Anyway.
But it's the address that was given after the end.
Lincoln gave some 2 weeks after the bloody Battle of Gettysburg. And he said that, well, what are those words? That government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. This was his justification for the death of 200,000 to 300,000 men. That he upheld mankind, and maybe he did, to testify to that, I put out a large painting of the White House and things. It's now in Washington, somewhere in Washington, and while waiting for Washington to settle down, I came to Europe, And then while Europe is settling down, I'll go back to Washington. One of my many. Besides that, my car runs well, but it's not here, it's in Canada. I don't know what made me think of my car. It's that finally it's running well, except for the cracked windshield. Once I fixed that, I got it. I restored it. And this is kind of a restoration too. Because if mankind is desperate, maybe if somebody says, look, I know about desperation, it's part of me. But yet, I try to look beyond it as well, or I'm forced to look beyond it as well. That's kind of
You
nice.
feel supported by the world?
The glow. Oh no, come on. Not yet. It might happen, it could happen. So far, but I'm not laughed at, please. I'm taken for serious by some people. Except me, I can't take me for serious because I don't know where all this talent is coming from. And at moments when I really see how humongous it is, it scares me. It scares me. That maybe I have a message. But who is me to have a message, you know? Let others have a message. Leave me alone. But maybe I'll have to tell people I'm the message, or I have the message, or I'm going to bring you a message soon. But why don't we walk up to that one? It's changing colors nice. Because it's the Verhillung of Berlin, you know, the Reichstag. I took the Reichstag inside. This guy, Christos, covered it up. And it's supposed to have had an influence on German history. Then I put these fibers on it, you see. Actually, they have to be scraped so they'll glow every which way. You see how nice this part is? It can be made all over the place. So there's always something to do. It keeps me like I ever want to die, which is, you know, pretty often. But I say, no, Bill, there's some things to do yet. So.
Now, this piece you called Heidelberg.
Well, yeah.
These are trolls and elves and...
Yeah. Well, it's out of a book, of a black and white... Ooh, see this little bit of damage to the frame? I have to fix that before people see it. Mark Twain was in Heidelberg, which is... Well, Heidelberg is supposed to be the birthplace of the ancestors of Eisenhower, which is why it was not bombed during the war, and the Americans made it their headquarters after the war. So this kind of... it's a nice way to spend time with pop bottles popping and lights going off. I have a bigger one here, you see. Just a little different. I'm not sure if this one has sound. Maybe not. Anyway, this is interesting because we have the Eiffel Tower, Georges Pompidou, and this really artistic insect. At least he's helping hold up the line. Now he's got to pull hard to keep that line that flat. You notice it doesn't really sag. And here are hung my strips of art. It's a good thing to do. Maybe someday I'll do it. It's sort of an idea like Christos, but really taken to its logical. Like Christos just takes rags. So what are you going to do with rags? Hang them on buildings? It's ridiculous. But here to hang strips of art in the sky has a purpose. It must have, and a horse too, with Joan of Arc coming to see the exhibit. And you can just see the horse going up the stairs, you know, and then down again, meeting the insect. And I don't know what will happen thereupon. Maybe how well they'll like each other. You can tell that they're going to be fond of each other.
That's a bit of an apocalyptic view. The horse and the insects.
Well, yes. It's a structure, you see. Really, what's interesting is that this is a structure. This is a structure. All these are structures. And only man structures things. Other things exist, but man structures them. And then destructures them, which we call destroys them. So, I haven't been on a horse for a very long time now. In fact, I don't know if a horse would like me to sit on, but actually once I had a title. Oh, that included I was the horse of something, but that's it. So what else could you want to see? This is representative. I have lots of photographs. Remember, eternity has no end, but has no beginning. So that's the good. It has no end, it has no beginning.
Okay, thank you.
If we want to go someplace, we have to find elsewhere than eternity.
Okay, thank you, Billy.
I mentioned that I have.
story is about a Montreal artist who transforms electric light into works of art. Let's go down below and meet light artist Bill Anhang.
People are coming here, and I have to do something reasonably nice for them. Now let's see what. And this one has nice bright colors.
Oh, that's heavy.
Oh, it's heavy.
Steel, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
Brass?
it's.
What does that mean?
Oops, I'm about to fall over. No, it's aluminum, but I did not machine it right down to its lightest. I left a lot of material in there.
That is so space starshipy, so.
What do I do with this? Maybe put one in here. It's important to impress them. Oh, put that there. Fill this place with balls. Don't need anything else there. Enough. Think of it, there's been nothing bigger than electricity in the cosmos. It was born for practical purposes 100 years ago, and I'm celebrating its birthday. And what better thing could I do? As an engineer who sort of flopped at engineering because I wasn't born for it, but I took it to another level. A tower. Towers are very impressive. Throughout history, like, you know, take the Eiffel, take the CN, take the Tower of Babel, wow, and the Tower of... I wished I could think of a nice name for that. One little girl, she thought of a name. She said, Twinklies. Where are your Twinklies now? So we have Twinklies. Here, all sizes Twinklies. You'll see lots of my house is just teeming with Twinklies.
This is a twinkly.
That's a little baby girl Twinkly. There, my Twinklies. Put it like that. Whoa, that's right. I'm glad of that move. This over here, it's lighting, and I'll put maybe a ball alongside it because the ripples here match the ripples there. Oh, it's fantastic. It's the capital of the world right here, the Billsville.
What do you call those three discs back there?
Satellite dishes. They were part of satellites for receiving signals, and I've turned them the other way around, and I'm transmitting signal instead. I'm transmitting good energy at people, and it does it to you instantly. I've had people who said I had a headache all day or something or other, and I've been in front of that 10 seconds, and I'm like, gone. That stress is gone. You're looking at high-tech Western yoga.
Technical yoga.
It's using the West to do what the East claims it can show you.
So that is a pile of diodes doing something to some computer that, what's making it do that?
There's a microprocessor with a memory that has stored patterns in it, and it's playing back stored patterns.
Look at the top one now. It's doing
he's
something.
Thinking. He's thinking, what shall I do next?
He never did that before. All of a sudden, it's doing things different than it was doing an hour ago.
Well, sometimes I ask myself, too, whether they have an intrinsic...
It's totally different.
Whether they have an intrinsic intelligence.
I thought it would have a fixed pattern. Look at it.
I ask myself these questions, whether they are the one things that are running the world. Yeah, they're running me. I think I'm making them, and they know better that they're running me.
That never did that. And look at the thing on the top. That did not. Look at it.
It's tickling your ribs.
It did not do that. That's right. It did not do that.
I'm thrilled too. I'm thrilled that you're thrilled.
Oh, look at that.
Bioenergy with bicycles.
Beautiful. We're producing power.
Me and you going together, and we're going.
Right.
The lightweight.
Lights everywhere.
It's a bit of a thrill.
Yes.
That's you yourself being an artist in life. You don't have to twang your guitar. You can do it this way. You're becoming the light of the world. All these things like the Statue of Liberty, the skyline of New York, the Chrysler buildings. It's your Ron.
Oh, look at that.
I think you're a genius. A genius. I've never seen someone produce better light patterns than you. It's astonishing. And you're losing weight at the same time that you're doing this.
Burn off calories and
cheers.
Do it for art.
This is the beginning of a new era in science where people will lose weight, make light, and have good vibes all together. Feverish. Perfect. This is condensed Canadian culture using genuine Quebec electricity and genuine Quebec aluminum and faces from the universe, tractor seats, bows, you know, good stuff.
What do you call your art? What kind of art is this?
Damn good, meaningful, proper. Kids love it. Maybe I should go one higher. Let's get this. You know, I sort of get the feeling I'm a mad genius. It's its own reason. You get up in the morning, you work. Well, I'd say The room looks presentable. I'm going to sit down beside it. What I could do, I don't know if I want to get any more things.